All right, that completes the ceremony.
Miss Arte above. I'm sure she has heard everyone's prayers.
Karin, how are your new arms? Aren't they easy to move around with?
Yes. My arms. I can move them again.
What do you think? They are my greatest invention. Just come to me if anything happens to them. Forget about that exclusion edict. Saving my life makes you a friend. There's no reason to keep friends outside.
Yes. I owe you one.
No, don't say that. You owe me, I owe you, blah blah blah. It's a meaningless cycle, isn't it? Save your thanks for Laika and Aaron. They helped us too.
All right. My dear Wilder friends, I've come to understand that the forest blockade is Eomir's decision. I made a mistake in my previous assumption. You've been accompanying Damien and me on this journey. Please accept my apologies.
It's okay. Given the current chaos, we, as children of the forest, must share the responsibility. Laika Lawson and I were born and raised in the Dark Forest. We must bring order to our home once again.
Magister, can you do me a favor? Damien says my arms are not ready to fight anytime soon. So when you see Eomir... I have faith in you.
You must be exhausted from the journey. Granny Dani and Shani have arranged a place for you to rest. If you'd like a short nap, head to the house by the Weiser Herb Garden.
Chippy, do you remember when I was affected by the corrupting magic at the forest entrance? The magic emanating from the corruption felt identical to what I sensed in Southville. Is it possible that the same person is behind all this mess?
Ah! Stop! You're giving yourself a headache! Chippy will cry if you collapse again!
Magister, why haven't you gone to bed yet? You need some quality sleep to restore your magic.
Hammy suggested that we take some time to think so you can get more rest. You must be really tired from the journey and the cleansing.
Yes, but we haven't come up with anything yet. Before you reinforce the seal, didn't the mercenaries guarding the Great Fields mention a woman in black working with Lord France? I think there's a connection between the corruption here and what happened in Ryham. But so far, we haven't found any clues.
Hammy doesn't have any ideas, so Chippy is even more clueless. Chippy thinks those creepy, tangled roots underground look like a huge spider web. Super scary!
Magister, leave the guarding to me and Chippy. Go get a good night's sleep until you're fully rested.
Hammy is right! Rest well, Magister! Tomorrow we'll figure out how to get Ymir to lift that exclusion edict.
Why are you still up? Is the place Granny Darnie arranged not to your liking? As a guest from afar, it would be our fault if you couldn't rest well. Well, my mind is restless, so I thought I'd walk around the village. This tree, you see, was planted when Lunadorf was founded, imitating the Lucent tree. When I was young, I often saw people standing under this tree. I would ask them, if you have worries, why not pray at the Deer Spirit altar? And they said many things were too embarrassing to voice in front of Misate. Now, I understand that sentiment. Magister, while you were wandering the village, did anyone mention my title? Some call me the Scion of the Lucent Tree. The Lucent Tree is the sacred tree of the Dark Forest, and it is believed that a child born under its branches will be blessed by Misate. Everyone believes that I would bring peace and happiness to the forest. I've never met them. Was I abandoned by my parents, or was I blessed, as legend has it? It's meaningless to trace my lineage, because I don't feel any different from Leica, Lawson, and the others. But there's only one thing I can't forgive myself for. I wish to walk the path of the sword, and have no interest in living up to everyone's expectations. So, as Lawson said, I left. I left the forest and everything behind, dedicating myself to perfecting my swordsmanship. Only upon my return did I realize that the forest had changed. I wield the weapon meant to protect the forest, but I've lost the will to protect it. You're right. Yet, being a member of the Wilder community, I have duties to fulfill. I'm not the hero everyone envisions, just a selfish person avoiding his responsibilities. I deserve to be punished. Don't let my self-pity affect your mood. Go and get some rest.
Good to see you. Did you sleep well last night?
Granny Dani, we've come to say goodbye.
We're heading to the base of the Thorned faction to find Eomir. We hope he'll reconsider the exclusion edict and ensure fair treatment for the refugees.
Go on, teach that old man a lesson. He won't remember the forest's way of treating guests unless we remind him. Avoiding me is one thing, but if he can't even face a few youngsters, that old man will lose all his dignity.
Damien, we're getting ready to leave. Stay in the village and be careful with your inventions, or Granny will be after you with her umbrella stick.
Don't worry. I won't let her catch me while I'm working on my new explosive barrel.
Lawson?
What? Did I do something wrong again?
No, you did well. May the wind guide both you and him on your way.
Leica, Aaron, and Lawson. Why are you all in my dream? I don't think you did anything wrong.
You just passed out after drinking too much cornflower tea.
Am I awake? Why are even dreams so fleeting? I haven't repented to Miss Sate yet. You don't look like a wilder from the way you dress.
He is the mage Lawson invited back to cleanse the corruption. Parissa, I don't mean to sound rude, but do you really think the exclusion edict is a good idea? While it keeps out the corruption, it also shuts the door on others' good intentions. As the captain of the Thorn Guards, could you please urge Master Eomir to give the matter a second thought?
The Thorn Guards look so tough. I didn't expect their captain to be such a beautiful lady.
Even the most beautiful roses have thorns. Looks don't matter. What matters is the will to protect the forest. Besides, what captain? I am no longer captain of the Thorned Guards. The new captain has been chosen from the elite, but the ultimate authority lies with Master Eomir. I expressed my concerns about the exclusion edict and repeatedly advised Master Eomir to reconsider his decision. Unfortunately, he remains convinced that the corruption in the forest is caused by humans, and that by sealing it off, we can cut off its source. Later, I was relieved of my duties due to my supposed incompetence and perceived disloyalty. My companions, including Vice Captain Kafra, were also reassigned.
But wasn't it Eomir who first saw your sense of responsibility and made you captain?
It's probably due to my defiance. In any case, there's no longer a place for me in the camp. What you don't understand as an Outlander is that with or without the title, I'm a member of the Thorned Guards. The Thorned Guards have been up to no good lately. As a former captain, I'm powerless to intervene or advise them. How can I face the people of Lunadorf and beg for shelter?
Is that why you sought refuge in the Dream Realm just now?
That was the only way I could repent to Misate.
Where there's our hero, there's a way. Harissa, when faced with an Outlander who can cleanse corruption, will Eomir stick to his earlier decision? His resistance to external support would drag the forest deeper into the mire, rather than helping our shared home.
Scion of the Lucent Tree, can you really cleanse the corruption? I guess there's no reason to doubt you, since both Aeron and Leica spoke highly of you. Leica of the Dusk faction, Lawson of the Wind faction, and the Scion of the Lucent Tree who is fated to save the Dark Forest. Of the three factions, only the Thorned faction remains resistant to change. Come with me. I'll take you to Eomir.
Time for work again. Time for work again.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Time for work again. A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
Drizga, we are here to see Master Eomir.
Harissa, why are you here? Wait, no. You're no longer the captain. You have no right to enter the Thorn camp.
Please, step aside and let us in.
They all claimed you were conspiring with outsiders. I didn't believe it. But now it appears to be true. Why are you bringing a Dusk Patroller and a Wind Whisperer into our camp? You were once Master Eomir's most trusted advisor, and now you're defying his orders?
Drizga, the Thorn Guard's mission is to protect the forest, not blindly champion the will of one sage. Now, are the Thorn Guards still worthy of being called the Guardians of the Forest?
You're the one who betrayed us! Guards, get them out of here! Just as I expected.
Oh, those Thorn Guards are tough.
We still have a ways to go before reaching Eomir's tent.
What? Will there be more battles like that ahead? That last battle made me want to turn tail and run.
The Thorn Guards never slack off in training. We work hard to protect the forest. But what are they trying to protect now? Let's get going.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem? Just as I expected. Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem? Just as I expected.
Lady Alicia! She the same person as the lady in black conducting grape experiments in Ryham?
What? She's in the Dark Forest.
Who's this lady, Lucia, you're talking about?
Not sure if they're the same person, but there must be some correlation between the corruption and the Syndicate camp.
Could she be behind the forest corruption as well? Too bad the parchment was incinerated. Only bits and pieces were left behind. Hopefully we'll stumble upon more clues later on. Every sword is a witness.
A battlefield more merciless than the frigid winter. A battlefield more merciless than the frigid winter. Is this what victory feels like?
That woman, with the pale face and the long black dress. She has to be the lady in black who worked with Franz. We finally found the culprit. She's been using magic to corrupt the entire Dark Forest.
Is it really the light bearers who are corrupting the forest? Could it be that Master Eomir is right?
No. Something seems off.
Ah, I remember something. Pale skin, a whiff of decay, no heartbeat. She's a...
Graveborn? I've read about the realm of the Graveborns, the Bantis Kingdom, and tales of restless souls. But why did they suddenly appear in the Dark Forest? Wilders never interact with them, nor do we have any grudges.
I see. So the corruption is created by foreign magic. No wonder neither sword nor flame can sever its regeneration. Would you mind having your familiar inspect the state of the corrupted roots, regenerated by that Graveborn lady?
Roger that! Leave it to Chippy! Chippy is 100% sure! The roots here all extend south!
You've been particularly attentive to the distribution and direction of the corrupted roots along the way. Is there a significance to their distribution? Here, I've marked the recently corrupted area too.
Where the lucent tree is? How? If the corrupted roots underground are after the lucent tree, then...
The lucent tree is the heart of the Dark Forest, a sacred symbol. The consequences would be unimaginable if it's corrupted. We need to tell Master Eomir who did all this. If we could get help from the Thorn Guards to find that Graveborn lady. Maybe it's not too late. Please.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem? Just as I expected.
Every sword is a witness.
This is for research.
A battlefield more merciless than the frigid winter.
This is for research.
These results were satisfactory.
This is for research.
These results were satisfactory.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem? It's time to show you my moves. Just as I expected. Just as I expected.
Every sword is a witness.
Parissa, you brought outsiders to our main base. Have you forgotten the vigilance and pride of the Thorned Guards?
Master Earmere, we have something important to report. Aaron, Leica, Lawson, and I saw the real culprit behind the corruption. A grave-born woman in a black dress.
Go on.
Master Eomir. He is a mage invited by Lawson the Wind Whisperer. He successfully cleansed the corruption and unraveled the mystery of its spread. He discovered that all the corrupted roots underground extend towards the Lucent Tree.
That grave-born woman is trying to corrupt our sacred Lucent Tree. The evidence is conclusive. I implore you, Master Eomir, to redeploy the Thorn Guards and focus on searching for the real culprit.
Aaron, Leica, is what she just said true?
Yes, Misate above. What Parissa said is absolutely true.
We hope you'll kindly accept his help and consider lifting the exclusion edict.
Very well. Oh, Parissa, my dear Parissa, I'm very disappointed in you.
Pardon?
Do you take me for a fool? You want to make a name for yourself by fabricating this lie. On top of that, you're conspiring with the likes of a Dusk Patroller and a Wind Whisperer. A mage from the outside, huh? The spread of the corruption you mentioned was previously verified by the Thorn Guards. According to our intelligence, every location and spread of the corruption aligns with your movements.
What are you trying to say?
You fool. Listen, young Wind Whisperer. The mage you brought from the outside is the one spreading corruption. Otherwise, why is he the only one who can cleanse the corruption?
Master Eomir, you're wrong. He has been helping us all this time.
Even if you're a sage, I shall not allow you to slander him in that manner.
Lawson, the Wind Whisperer who brought the mage to the forest. Leica, the Dusk Patroller. And Aaron, the scion of the Lucent Tree. By linking yourselves to the corruption and the actual culprit, you are trying to influence the hearts of the Wilders with the false image of saviors. You are the corruption that needs to be cleansed from the forest.
Get out, outsiders! Leave!
Capture these outsiders and traitors.
First, you want them out, then you want them captured. What a masterpiece of terrible hospitality.
Who are you? Their ally? Outsider.
Just another uninvited guest. Here for the show.
Go! Stop her!
Hey, you lot! Quit daydreaming and move it! Well, I guess I'll take my leave too. Adios!
Hurry, after them!
I thought I could get Master Eomir to change his mind. I thought he would at least care about the future of our forest.
Carissa, it's not your fault. Master Eomir's reaction took everyone by surprise. Don't worry. The Dusk Patrollers will be with you even without the Thorn Guards.
I agree with him. Regardless of Eomir's past achievements or the kindness he's shown you, he is now just an old man who cannot distinguish right from wrong. I don't even have the vocabulary to curse him out.
By the way, who was that human girl who helped us? Even we had to go through so much trouble to bypass the Thorn Guards. But she just popped up out of nowhere on top of that tent.
I know, right? If we weren't so busy running for our lives, I'd stop and applaud her.
Non-wilders have been banned from the forest ever since the exclusion edict was issued, let alone getting past the guards. We must not underestimate her. Fortunately, based on what happened at the camp, she seemed more friend than foe. If that Graveborn lady really is after the Lucent Tree, we need to head there and inspect the surroundings first. If that Graveborn lady shows up again, we'll be counting on you. The Lucent Tree isn't far from here. Let's rest up before setting out.